What's going on, guys? We're going to be talking about what to feed your Redfoot tortoises. I am making a little playlist on how to care for Redfoot tortoises. If you guys want to see that, make sure you subscribe so that you can see the full playlist once it's done. But yeah, just like I did for the sulcatas, I want to start doing this for these guys, and I'm going to talk about what I like to feed my Redfoot tortoises. The first thing that I want to talk about is romaine lettuce. This is something very common when you look into reptiles. This is something that a lot of people feed because it's so easy to find. Now, the problem with romaine lettuce is that romaine lettuce has barely any nutritional value. This is mostly just water, and that's the only reason that I use it, is just for hydration. This is not something that you want to feed your tortoise. You can feed it often, but you don't want to just feed them this because it's not going to grow properly. Their shells are going to get pyramided because they're not going to be getting any nutritional value at all. So if you want to be feeding romaine lettuce to your tortoise, make sure you feed them other things as well. I always like to feed it to them because they love romaine lettuce. I guess it has a better flavor than the other foods, but like I said, not good for their health if it's just that. That's basically like you eating just drinking water. That's all it is. They can't live off of romaine lettuce alone. And just like the sulcatas, you want to be able to offer as much grass as you can to these guys. These guys aren't as big grazers as the sulcatas are, but they definitely enjoy the grass, as you can see now by the enclosure that I'm about to show you. And these are my Cuban rock iguanas. They're doing great in their outdoor enclosure. I never made a video on them being out here, but they're doing great in this enclosure. But as you can see here by the Redfoot tortoise enclosure, there's no grass at all, and that's because the Redfoot tortoises demolished all of it. If you guys want to put grass in your enclosure, you want to make sure that there's one back there drinking some water. If you guys want to put grass in their enclosure, you want to make sure that you plant a lot of grass before you put your Redfoots in there. Alright, and here are one of the Redfoots coming. They're all out and active. It's about to start raining here, so these guys are going to become really active now. They really like the rain. But another great source of food is spineless or Punta Cactus. This is one of my favorite things to feed, and it's one of their favorite things to eat because this has a really good nutritional value, and it even has some calcium. So if you guys are able to get one of these, all you have to do is get one pad, put it in the ground. You could probably find it online if you want to purchase it. I found this plant after the hurricane a couple years ago, and I planted it and it did great. So you can see I already have a good amount, and they actually knocked one of them down. You can see right there the stump of it. They chewed it down, and then I found them eating it on the floor with the whole plant here. But yeah, this is a great source of food. One of my favorite things to feed. Another great thing to feed is hibiscus. They could eat the leaves and the flowers, so that's great for them too. This is what I feed most of, the cactus and the hibiscus, because I grow it all inside the enclosure. I just clip it and just drop it, and they'll be able to eat it. And another thing that I feed a lot is the Missouri tortoise diet. As you can see, these are my Herman's tortoises, and they're all eating it. And I soak it in some water so that it becomes soft and it's easier for them. Although for the Redfoots, I don't soak it sometimes because they don't really need it. They could eat it dry. But I do like to soak it so that it's just a little bit easier for them, and so that they could get a little bit of hydration. And even my iguanas eat it. As you can see, I put some right there, and he's just chilling here, basking. Not really basking because there's no more sun out, but he's just relaxing there for a little bit, and they'll probably eat some later. Alright, so those are some of the things that I like to feed them. Like I said, my favorite things to feed, what I feed as a staple diet is the spineless cactus, hibiscus, romaine, and the tortoise diet. Those are the four things that I feed the most. I also like to feed them mulberries, mulberry leaves, not the actual mulberries. They could eat the berries as well, but mulberry leaves. I can't show you any of them right now because first of all, I have the tree at my grandfather's house, and now in the winter all the leaves fall out, so all it is like an empty tree. But you guys should definitely search that up. Mulberry leaves, they love to eat mulberry leaves. I feed them banana leaves sometimes. They don't really like the banana leaves too much. None of the tortoises really enjoy banana leaves. For my tortoises don't. I've seen other tortoises that do. Other things that you can feed them are dandelion greens, clovers. Those are really good things for them. I've been trying to grow some clovers. I actually have some seeds up there. Didn't work out. None of the clovers grew. They grew a little bit and then they just died off. I don't know why. Didn't work out. Dandelions, I think I might have tried growing that too, but I don't really remember if I ever actually purchased it. But regardless, if I did, it didn't grow either. Those are some things that I would really like to grow because they're weeds, so they'll spread really quickly, and that means that they could eat a lot of it. Now, the cool thing about Redfoots is they're more tropical. They're not a grassland species like the sulcatos, which means that they could eat more fruits, and they're actually omnivorous. They could eat meat. I feed mine a little bit of chicken sometimes. I'll show you a little clip of them eating chicken right now. Feeding the Redfoot tortoises some chicken. So you guys know Redfoot tortoises could get a little bit more protein than other species. So feeding them a little bit of meat, very rarely, is pretty good for them. I usually just feed them some eggs, leave the shell so that they could get some extra calcium. And I could also feed them eggs. I like to feed them eggs so that they could get some calcium. I do that for the adults so they could get some calcium and a little bit of protein. It's good for them too. So yeah, they could also eat more fruits than the other tortoises. I feed, as fruit-wise, I feed mine only mangoes, sometimes strawberries, a little bit of apple, but mostly mangoes when it's season because I have a tree. I don't really like feeding fruits too much, but for the Redfoots, just like any other tortoise, I wouldn't really feed them fruit too much. You can feed them a little bit of fruit if you really want to, maybe like a little bit, maybe once a week, twice a week, depending if they're Redfoots. Redfoots could eat a little bit more, but I wouldn't really recommend it. I personally don't feed them any fruit, unless I have mangoes on the tree, which I feed them a little bit, just for flavor, I guess, because they really enjoy it, but it's not really good for them. Now, what I would really recommend for you guys is if you plan on getting a tortoise or if you already have one, make a little garden for them where you could grow all these things. It's really simple. I made all the enclosures to have like their own little garden. So you saw for the hermits and for the Redfoots, I have hibiscus and cactus growing inside the enclosure where I could just go in, pluck some leaves, some flowers, and drop it in, and they'll be able to eat it. I also like to get grass and just lay it out on the enclosure so that they could graze on it, but when it's a small enclosure, they'll just tear it up too quickly. So this already works sometimes. But if you're able to get, let's say you get a hatchling, what I would recommend is you start your enclosure as soon as you get the hatchling, your outdoor enclosure I mean, and you have it prepared so that it has long grass, lots of big plants for them to eat once they're already adults. That's what I plan on doing when I get my own property, and that's what I want to do for all the tortoises, get a large area full of a bunch of different plants so that they could eat it all from their enclosure, and I have to do the least work possible so that it's easier for them to get maintained. Also, if you guys are interested in purchasing a Redfoot tortoise, I do have some available, and I have a bunch of eggs in the incubator. If you guys are interested in that, you could either send me a DM through Instagram at shadowsreptiles, or just go to my website directly, shadowsreptiles.com. You could either contact me through there or just purchase the tortoise through there. Through Instagram, if you have any questions, you can message me. I do get a lot of DMs now, but I'll try my best to answer. I don't always answer, or if I do, I take some time because I'm not always on my phone. But if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section. That's probably the quickest way that you'll get an answer from me. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications. My YouTube channel is starting to grow a lot faster now. I'm going off on a tangent here, but I'm gonna just talk about it for a little bit. My first year on YouTube, it took me about a year to get 1,000 subscribers, and now it's been, I'd say, less than 6 months since I reached 1,000, and I'm already at 3.5K. So that's great. It's growing really fast. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. It really helps a lot with all the animals, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.